the body of the former Drekker leader, known as Hreidmar. Okay, hold on. Are we actually in Scandinavia? Was I right in making that assumption? Is this the post-apocalyptic wasteland of Sweden or something? Because all of these names, these are not, like, North American-style names. So that would tell me that this might be the first post-apocalypse game that isn't set in North America. Which, by the way, the fact that all post-apocalypses are set in North America should really terrify the American people and how, the world is perceiving the future for them. I'm just saying. Was also found dead near the wreckage. It is believed Hreidmar died from a rocket fired from his own gang. The bike belonging to the member of the Drekkar gang known as Rain was found in the wreckage. He was taken in for questioning, but released due to having strong alibi and the testimonial of an ex-police officer, Detective Sigurd. Hold on. I know that name. We've encountered a Sigurd before. Stating Rand was in Libertatum at the time of the attack, and his vehicle was reportedly stolen the week before. He served time for a few petty charges and was released. Rain claims to have severed his ties to the gang, but his cooperation was minimal at best. Okay, good to know. Unfortunately, our department has lost 2 agents near Drekkar territory and can expend no additional manpower to further this case at this time. The exact whereabouts of Fafnir and the other suspects are not known. What is known is that our agents have collected gold samples from several regions and have concluded that the shipment of gold was never spent. We strongly suspect that the gang's new leader Fafnir of holding the stolen shipment of gold. We haven't found any trace of any of the stolen gold to be sold in the market. Our resources for this case are wearing thin, and we cannot get close enough to Fafnir or his affiliates to get the evidence that we need to issue a substantial bounty. We regret to conclude that under Fafnir's leadership, Drekkar has quickly grown stronger and more dangerous since the heist. Captain Kavahanga, GGSDU. Okay. That's a load of information that I have no idea how to decipher. What this does tell me, however, is that there are definitely more civilizations and villages in the game that are way more advanced than the local tribes that we haven't encountered yet. And they're probably out there. Captain Kefanga is probably some kind of government agency. He's probably like the leading government agent in the region, cracking down on the Drekkar and waiting to launch his master plan or some shit. It's out there, I'm telling you, it's out there. It's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna happen at some point. So that's probably a thing. There is probably a more organized government force out there, as this clearly implies. And we're probably gonna meet them. Maybe not today, but soon enough. Alright, fine. What's the other paper say? This is on the Kivi. Translated from the holy stories of the Spencerum oral tradition of the West. The Kivi tribe was young when they first met Spencer Rice. They tell that he was a great shaman who taught them many secrets. In one such story, Spencer Rice saw how they suffered without food, and so he brought them food and taught them the agricultural skills to grow peas and corn. This saved their tribe from starvation, and to this day they grow these crops in his honor. And that's why they're growing it, not to survive. There's no way they're growing those because they need to eat and live or anything. It's obviously for religion. His teachings focused on the idea that a man is his honor. His teachings focused on the idea that man is as the world, and to temper their bodies resulted in the strengthening of the world around them. This belief has resulted in the martial arts that their tribe practices religiously as a form of meditation. Okay, so they're not just, isolationist religious nutbags. They're isolationist religious nutbags that know how to fight and are very militant. But also isolationists so they don't fuck with anyone. Okay, I think I'm getting a little girth on the story here. We need to get these guys on our side so we can kick the Drekkar out. I kind of call that one coming. The Kivi have only few recorded instances of Spencer's power, which are recorded in granite plates kept watch by the head shaman of the tribe. In one, a neighboring tribe to the east had been experiencing a terrible drought, and when a young woman from the village came to request the help of the Kivi, Spencer Rice and his disciples went into the wilderness for 3 days, returning with knowledge of a spring the tribe could draw from. You mean they found a spring of water? No magic involved there, buddy! Spencer attributed the discovery to his mystic power of conversation with plants. Yeah, bullshit. Conversation with plants. It's more like you saw a bunch of plants in the desert, and you're like, oh, there must be water nearby. It's literally what you did. Spencer also stressed the importance of violence being only ever used in the defense of the tribe as a whole. What about the defense of the region? They came to understand that every man is a force of nature, and the slaying of another man was a terrible crime against the harmony of the planet. In one of their granite stories, it speaks of how a band of raiders came to the Kivi, burning and stealing their crops. The Kivi called upon Spencer to stop them, and he subdued the bandit chieftain in battle without causing a single loss of life. During my time with the Kivi, I was lucky to witness what was known as the calling to growth. The shamans would paint their faces green using special herbs, aka marijuana, an emulation of Spencer Rice, who was probably also high as a kite. And how wildly in the crop fields. Yep, high as a kite. Communicating with the plants and encouraging them to grow tall and strong, like Spencer Rice himself. They told me that this was the last teaching of Spencer Rice, before the great shaman left the village to travel the wilderness and to strengthen the world and spread his teachings. They have not seen him since, but the images they have of him show him as a man, strong and tall, whose body and face are green. Chapter 2. The 2 Sacred Granite Plates. There was a silence for a moment after the arguments until Rice spoke. My friends, please stop this fighting. It serves no one. Yes, your people suffer, but we must go beyond this, for all our sakes. Be mindful now, and we shall meditate. The solution to our situation shall come in meditation. He and the 5 elders took celerity and meditated. Moments passed before Rice emerged and called them to him. What have we? They each responded in turn. I saw patience. I saw wisdom. I saw generosity. I saw effort. The last elder spoke, saying, I concentrated, but saw nothing. Rice looked kindly at him and said, concentration was the lesson to learn. This is what you saw. We shall each take the virtues of the others and practice them. This will be our solution to the dangers we face. This leads to the elders in their matters, and over the course of 5 days of constant practice, the rains came and their crops were watered. Their animals fed and their people survived. Rice said about this miracle that the earth responded to their conduct, taking the effort as a tribute of dedication and granting their needs. These 5 tribes later disbanded and spread across the lands. So, these are the other tribes. Okay, good to know. Rice urged them forward. There are few things left for me to teach you. Each of you have taken my lessons to heart and grown with them, and in turn allowing them to learn and grow from you. Earth has felt our hearts and blessed us as she always will when we strengthen her. Remember, though, you will face trials. Your strength, when given to the earth, will be magnified. Her virtues shall be ours, and we will be blessed by her. There is no truth in this world save for that which we have seen. He in turn went to every person there, asking them what truth they have witnessed. One child, who is quickly becoming a powerful shaman, brought a tear to Spencer's face with his response. I have seen my mother come from the edge of death and grow strong. She is like the earth in many ways. I have seen my friends die in battle, not understanding that death saddens the earth and brings us further from her. I learned many things, but most I have learned respect for life. Okay, that was kind of deep and long as hell to read, and now my voice is dry. Great, good to know. Continuing on. Alright, so we got the information we were looking for. We should be able to make this trip back. I think. Yep, we'll make this trip back. So we're going to head back to Lin 2. Going to deliver our message to Cuckoo, or whatever his name was. Hopefully not die, because we are very low in health. I do need to get medicine, or something. So hopefully we don't encounter Drekker in the way, and they instantly kill us. There is a rover. He is running away, luckily. We made it. And the first thing I'm going to do, I need healing. Do the healing. Heal all. I know that's expensive, But it gotta be done. It's gotta be done. Alright.